Howdy everyone, it's me once again, the one and only Killer Rodan. And today, as you can see, I'm still continuing my Disney movie marathon where I'll be talking about the movies, obviously the TV shows or what have you. If it's related to Disney in any shape or form, then yes, clearly I'll be talking about it. So I'm doing one of these videos, of course, because, well, it doesn't take me very long to find something that's completely and utterly stupid. I mean, wow. Oh boy. I know if it's just me getting bitter, maybe I'm just getting complacent over the years. I don't know. It so feels like it. But can you blame me? Because there's so many idiots out there. Because, oh no, God forbid, Disney wants to be inclusive. How dare they? Oh no. People want to be represented in film, whether they're from different cultures, sexual orientations, gender identity, whatever the case may be. Oh no, that is that such a bad thing? Apparently it is. I don't know. Just Disney has to evolve somehow, of course, like any business, assuming they want to stay in business. And apparently, according to some people, they're basically shooting themselves in the knees, so to speak, or shooting themselves in the foot, however that phrase goes. Oh boy, I mean, God forbid, they're basically trying to destroy their own company allegedly because they want to be more inclusive somehow in some kind of way. Whether it's in the theme parks, the stories, TV shows, movies, video games, comics, whatever it may be. And pardon them. Oh no, that's so evil apparently. Oh boy. Of course he's involved this jackass over here, of course, who is making this really stupid claim that the company, the entertainment giant, is of course this has something to do with the Florida. Of course, what is with people in Florida? I don't know. But this has something to do with that. They want to be inclusive, of course. And yes, I'm speaking about the time period when Disney wanted to pretty much stand against the Don't Say Gay bill. I mean, it's technically called the Parents' Rights Bill, but it's technically about, when you get down to it at its core, it's about the gay people. That's it. At the end of the day, that's it. So I don't have no idea as to why we're still on this subject matter, but okay. But basically, the overall idea here when it comes to this law, which was introduced in 2022, pretty much sought out to basically restrict specific these discussions about sexual orientation and gender identity in public schools, primarily through like stuff in, like before middle school and elementary and whatnot. I mean, like, what are you talking about? Who's talking about this kind of stuff during that specific age of kids? I have no idea. Apparently, somebody's doing that. Somebody out there is doing that. And another thing is that something that's not really discussed when it comes to these kinds of arguments, at least with these people, is that if somebody's different, if a child feels different compared to their other classmates, they will know. They will know. Disney did not introduce this idea to them at a young age. What is this? Inception? You just introduce some kind of idea and make them think that they thought of it. This is not the movie Inception. Good movie though. But they treat it as if it's like that somehow, I guess, because Disney, like in that movie, they introduce an idea to the individual and somehow make them think that they plant this idea in their mind that there might be a certain way. What? It's not. It's just such a bad thing to let kids know that it's okay to be different. That's such a bad thing. And what strikes me even weird is that that's the kind of message a lot of these conservatives or a lot of these Christians would preach anyway. It doesn't matter if you're Chinese, Japanese, Vietnamese, Mexican, or whatever. It's okay to be all these things. So a lot of these, not all of them. I'm not gonna say all of them, of course, because there are some Christians out there who just don't like immigrants, but that's like a whole separate shebang. But generally speaking, is that a lot of Christians out there are okay with foreigners anyway, and they would just tell them it's okay to be different. But for some bizarre reason, if you're trying to be inclusive with the LGBT plus community, somehow they lose their mind. They're practicing the same message anyway that you'd be practicing to begin with. It's okay to be different. They're just doing the same thing with the LGBT plus community. Just like how, like, if you have a disability, it's okay to be different. Yeah, like, if you have autism or some kind of like mental or physical disability, because not all disabilities are visible. It's going to be different. Maybe you have an amputated leg. Maybe you don't have an arm. But that's okay. Jesus will love you anyway. But isn't that Disney Plus, Disney Stories, or the Disney theme parks, or the Disney company, the corporate company as a whole, isn't that the basic practicing the same thing? It's okay to be different. So if you want to be inclusive with gay people, somehow that's like crossing the line somehow. That's like a step too far, which makes no sense. But a lot of these Christians, like I said a moment ago, with some exceptions, obviously, are going to be teaching that kind of image of heaven and whatnot. It's okay to be from wherever, whatever ethnic background, or even if, like, I don't know, you have a learning disability, Jesus will love you anyway, right? So somehow including this is somehow difficult. I don't understand this, like, at all. Maybe if someone works as a nurse, if someone works as a doctor, maybe someone's a graphic designer, maybe somebody fixes cars, or maybe someone fixes, I don't know, whatever job it may be. Maybe somebody is a mechanic, maybe somebody is a YouTuber. There's a variety of different jobs. You could be like an employee at Best Buy. Maybe you're somebody that cleans the windows. You could be like a janitor, a CEO. Maybe you make burgers like I know Wendy's. Point being, there's a whole variety of different jobs. That's different, right? People, the church, we have these people working at the church somehow, right? Like janitors. You be inclusive with that. You welcome anybody in the church, regardless of what kind of job they were they would work at. I mean, there's some exceptions. Not all Christians would be accepting, but again, regardless of the job they're working at, Jesus was accepting, right? So how's this any different from accepting gays? I have no idea. Online, what I'm trying to say is that I would give the CEO and the janitor the same respect. And that doesn't have to be a bad thing. You know, we are trying to make it throughout this world somehow with money and whatnot. Some people are more struggling than others, sure, but still. I'm not going to look at you any different just because you have less or more money, is what I'm saying. But I just find this utterly bizarre that this kind of thing is just. Anyway, going back to the one individual, as a result, apparently, because there's one guy, Disney is bending at the knee to the radical left, according to this individual. So now, apparently, the company has been suffering a huge amount of damage that they can never fix ever again. So it can't be like how it was before. So this just goes into what I've studied before is that it's just that this individual, this guy, he misses how things were in his childhood. Yeah, sometimes that naughty, nasty word I'm always bringing up, nostalgia. He wants his nostalgia back. Is basically what I'm saying. He has his fond memories from way back when, and now that things are different once he's a lot older, he misses that. So he's acting as if that his child experience is far more important than being inclusive for other people. Even though technically a lot of individuals were doing that even back then anyway to begin with. You're completely ignoring all the problems that you had back then when you were little, and people were already inclusive back then as well. So it's like, what are you talking about? Like, for example, a lot of Star Wars games were already inclusive. So I don't understand how he like this when you see in the background, you see me playing the background here for the game footage right here, folks. In the canon lore anyway, for the expanded universe, it's female. So I don't know how you can go on and say that it hasn't been proven to be good politics or good business. So if anything, he's acting as though that they're losing money because of this. How does that even happen? I don't know. So being inclusive equals to losing money. That doesn't make any sense. Like this game again, you see in the background was already inclusive, and this came out way before Disney ever bought the rights. So according to this jackass, their stock has gone down like every so often. There's a huge market gap according to this guy that's gone down according to some reports, which makes no sense. Like what reports are you talking about exactly? I don't know. This entire thing is nonsensical once it comes to the fact. Speaking of video games, okay, here's a video game I keep mentioning up over and over again throughout this channel. Is that Dragon Age Inquisition? Regardless of which version you get, that game came out in 2014, I believe, if my memory serves me right, and that game is extremely inclusive. and he actually did pretty well. It was actually better reviewed than Dragon Age, what, 2, the second one, I believe. The second game was, well, mixed. I had a very mixed response. But Dragon Age Inquisition was received really well, and it actually did really well. It was pretty much a box office hit when it comes to games. So this tells me he's actually lying about this entire thing. So what's the problem? I don't get it at all. So according to him, the company is hurting badly right now, according to his stupid ass. And that and this cannot be helped at all. I don't know what he means, but okay. So everything he's acting as though that this is a left political agenda. Again, what agenda? So again, he's blaming the liberals and the Democrats for supposedly destroying this family-friendly business. So in other words, even include gays and lesbians and all that jazz, it's somehow anti-family friendly. It's somehow anti-family values, which is confusing if you ask me. Because what does any of this have to do with being inclusive? He has not explained anything, like at all. So, in other words, what he's trying to get at, as if it wasn't quite obvious enough, for these people that can't get it, is that he's trying to say that being inclusive is somehow, that in itself, is being destructive. It's going to harm society somehow, which is a lie. How is he doing that? How? How is he doing that? In which way? Where? Where is the supposed destruction? You mean to tell me it's not because of bad movies or anything, right? I mean, Disney has made bad movies before. Disney has made bad movies ever since the beginning, of course. But what I'm trying to get at, he's trying to act as if including characters from the LGBT plus community makes the movie bad. He lacks quality. It's like, what are you talking about? Disney has been making good movies, great movies, mediocre movies, oh god awful trash since the beginning. Ever since day one. Since the very first day, they've been doing that, making good or bad movies since day one. So being inclusive, that in itself does not destroy the quality. It depends on the execution, if anything. So how does this explain anything? It's beyond me. I don't understand it because it's just so goddamn stupid. Oh Jesus Christ! It just people like this are such dumbasses because again, like I said, God forbid there's other people in existence. There's other people that's out there. Those billions and billions of other people out there. Oh no, they want to be inclusive with different people. Oh, never mind me, right? Never mind me. This individual has not explained anything. He just comes off like a bigot. Apparently, this individual, he's an attorney, by the way. He stated that the Disney company as a whole has lost the debate. Whatever that means, I don't know. Again, he's just referring to the bill as apparently very popular in Florida, not just Republicans. Again, what does that even mean? I don't know. So apparently Disney's losing the fight. Again, I have no idea what that even means. Like, what are you talking about? Why does any of this have to be so damn controversial? I don't know. So anyway, I just wrap it. I just end it. Let's just wrap it up. Let's just end it with this, I guess, because it's just nonsensical. Obviously, again, where's the proof? Where's the evidence? What are you talking about? And also, mind your business. Because, like I keep saying over and over and over and over again, and this is repeatedly, I'm going to try to repeat myself because, like I said multiple times, I lost count how many times I said this, but I find it awfully creepy that you care so much about two or more grown adults sleeping in the same bed. What are you gonna go through everybody's house at night and spy on their sleeping schedules or something? Which just seems counterproductive to begin with because these are the same people, these are the same type of individuals who are complaining about the American government for overreaching into their human rights. Yet that's exactly what they're doing with the LGBT plus community. They just want to exist. That's literally it. They just want to exist. That's it. The LGBT community already had a rich culture. They already had a bunch of books and whatnot before this. The LGBT culture already existed far, 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 far before this. So again, I must ask, what are you talking about? You're not making no damn sense. Anyway, that'll be it, folks. It's just ridiculous. Thanks for watching. Take care. Whatever.